So, after statements that the UK isn't corrupt, we now have Downing Street saying the Prime Minister is well. Aye, right. With such incompetent leadership, riven cronyism and corruption, along with the imposition of policies such as austerity or Brexit that Scotland didn't vote for, it's increasingly clear that staying in the UK is just too risky and why we need independence. The issue of parliamentary corruption took an interesting development when my colleague Pete Wishart, along with the Good Law Project, initiated taking the Metropolitan Police to court over their inaction following the charlatan Johnson more or less admitting selling seats in the Lords. The National Audit Office reported on the lack of preparedness by the UK government for the COVID pandemic and concluded that it will need to learn lessons from its preparations. One of the sombre moments of the week was the Requiem Mass for David Amess after his senseless killing earlier last month. In the votes, the government pressed ahead with its health and care bill, which opens up the NHS in England to private companies sitting on NHS decision-making boards. And it risks a similar threat to Scotland's NHS through the UK Internal Market Bill. I, of course, opposed this. Scotland didn't vote for this, and if we wish to avoid privatisation decisions being made for us, we need to start making decisions for ourselves with independence. In this week's Parliamentary business, I highlighted the progress in vaccinating young Scots and the difference in approach being taken towards integrated health and social care services. Wales has now joined Scotland in having vaccinated more than half of all 12 to 15-year-olds, Scotland's figure being 57.7% in comparison to England's 36.3% of eligible pupils. While the Scottish Government is taking action to establish a national care service in Scotland, the UK Government's plans allocate the bulk of national insurance rise for the NHS backlog to the first 3 years. I heard more evidence into tackling online harms, questioned ministers, and took part in a debate on alcohol harms. Looking at your automatic methods of detecting abuse and deleting it, we've heard some concerns from users that it may disproportionately affect certain languages such as Urdu or Arabic. So is that a fair criticism? EU documents that define the best available techniques under the Industrial Emissions Directive, published since the beginning of this year, no longer have direct legal effect. Could we therefore have a statement from the government to give certainty to businesses in my constituency? And instead of blocking and closing down safe routes, we should be expanding them. So my question is quite simple. Will she commit today to ending all discussion of the UK using dangerous and life-threatening pushback tactics in the Channel? I hope that the Minister can give us a guarantee that under no circumstances will they use the Internal Market Bill to undermine the Scottish Government's ability to set minimum unit pricing, because it really is making a difference. It's been good to get back out around the doors delivering pro-yes independence materials. And there's lots to be delivered, so if you would like to help, then let us know. As always, if you wish an advice surgery appointment or a visit to your local group or business, then please get in touch. Call me on 01506 654415 or by email at martyn.day.mp@parliament.uk. And until next week, stay safe.